Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another jam-packed session at Velocity Channel. We're going to be talking about business lines of credit and, more importantly, how to unlock $1 million in business lines of credit. You know, one man said it best, and he said, and it was Nelson Mandela who said it. He said, money does not create freedom. How to create it, how to create money does. That's what guarantees the success. Creating money. And when you know how to create money, you'll be able to create money from money. Does that make sense? If you look at a tree, a fruit tree, any tree, right? You'll see that from that tree bears seeds, right? And those seeds make other trees. And that's how your money needs to be. You have the principal, right? And you have the interest. But somehow you've got to have that interest make more interest, or turn that interest into principal so that the principal can produce, right, more interest. So listen, today we want to make sure that you know all about how to increase your money or capital in your bank account and lower your taxes, right? How to reduce your interest rates and debt, how to build wealth and your net worth, and even buy and flip real estate with other people's money, of course, right? How to enjoy financial freedom. We want to show you how to get paid by banks to spend their money and get free hotel and resort stays. Listen, folks, we're going to reveal an astonishingly easy step-by-step formula for unlocking your hidden wealth and securing your financial future. Now, how many of you like that? Right? Absolutely. So we want you to make sure that you have a pen and that you have some paper. And if need be, if you need a lunch, if you need some dinner, you need some breakfast, whenever you're watching this, what I want you to do is I want you to stop it, and then I want you to come back, because we're going to make sure that you know all there is to know, right, at least at this stage, about how to get business lines of credit. All right, so let's go. Here, I want to go ahead and skip all this. Now, how would you like to go wherever you want, whenever you want, right? Yes, you can travel free to any destination in the world by just changing the way you use your money, right? You can make the banks pay for your next vacation. Now, I know this sounds too good to be true, right? But people have done it, right? They're using their credit cards, right? They're using their lines of credit. They're using all of these things that the banks give us, and seldom does anybody know about this, especially business owners, and that's a shame. But it's true. You can unlock hidden wealth with credit. You can eliminate taxes like the rich. Now, have you ever heard somebody say, you know what, I don't pay hardly any taxes and they're making millions of dollars, right? Well, that's because they know the tax code, or their CPA, right, knows the tax code, right? And they know how to leverage this current system. We got to teach you the same thing, all right? Now, disclaimer, if you are risk averse, right, you don't want any risk whatsoever in your life, this video is not for you, right? I'm talking to business owners. I'm talking to real estate investors. I'm talking to entrepreneurs who are not afraid of taking calculated risks, okay? Remember, risk is a number, not a story. Don't let any financial advisor or any financial professional sell you on a story. Oh, this stock's gonna go up, you know, look at how I performed last month or last year or whatever. Poppycock. If you can't give me a calculation and show me on the whiteboard how and why I should make this risk, then you have no business being in the stock market, being in real estate investing, or in investing, period. All right? So listen, what I want you to do is I want to share with you something, right? I know that the lifestyle, like staying free at 5-star hotels and even flying a private jet on a $100,000 yearly income, or even $35,000 yearly income, or even with no job at all, I know that sounds impossible, right? And too good to be true. But listen, This is the truth. It is possible. By just changing the way you use cash and credit in this new age. You want to make the banks pay for your next vacation. Don't use your money. That's principle. You never again want to spend your money on vacations. Imagine this. Imagine having that lifestyle and also having millions of dollars in credit lines that you could use to start a business, buy a business, flip real estate, or as a down payment on a multi-million-dollar income producing property that generates 5-figure monthly cash flow so you can quit your day job and then live out your dreams. Listen, folks, it's absolutely possible. And I'm going to tell you about it in this video. Just stay with me, all right? There are 5 ways to get to $1 million quickly. Are you ready? Here it is. Number 1, you have a very high-paying job. Number 2, you win the lottery. Number 3, inheritance. It's possible, especially with life insurance benefits. Number 4, rob a bank. I don't recommend it, right? Number 5, know how to get $1 million in credit, all right? Now, I like that one, right? We'll get to this, right? The high 5 recommendation very shortly. Another thing you want to do is pay very low income taxes just like the very rich do, right? You want to tap into those loopholes so they pay no taxes, right? You don't want to choose between standard deduction and itemized deductions. You want both, right? The people in Congress, right? Yes, those who say they care about us, right? Made those loopholes for themselves because they know that 99% of Americans will never do what they do. But guess what? We do now, and you're going to do it too. So there's a way to make it all possible, right? If you just adopt a few of the secrets I'm going to reveal to you in this video, you'll certainly have more money in your pocket, in your bank account, and of course, a free vacation. Now, some of you already know how to do that during the Velocity Banking Method. But it's not about how much money you earn, right? It's about how much of that money you can keep and make it work for you. And in this video, you're going to find out how you can keep much more, 20,000 or more, and enjoy your life right now in this moment and in the future. So listen, what you want to do is you want to increase your wealth now, okay? Listen, friend, if you'd like to dramatically increase the money in your bank account, build wealth, travel free, pay very little in taxes, right? Pay 0% interest, increase your savings and net worth, right? This is going to give you a few simple strategies that you can use today. Now, these are the same strategies that many of the wealthy in America have used to turn credit into wealth. As a matter of fact, my real estate attorney, Mark Kohler, here in Arizona, said that the #1 tax strategy in the United States of America is, guess what? Owning a business, all right? It's owning a business. So I'm going to share with you an exciting new way to safely multiply your money and live much better than you do right now. So listen, here we go. You have to take your money back. It's yours, not Uncle Sam's, okay? And when you know how to do that, it'll increase not only your lifestyle, but your mentality most of all. Right? They don't teach this kind of stuff in school. They don't teach this here at the college, right? The truth is they want you to remain an average Joe so you can continue to be a slave, an employee, a wage slave. You see, the few elites at the top want to enjoy all the benefits while the rest of us work paycheck to paycheck just to get by. Like you, I know how frustrating it can be to see half of your paycheck go to Uncle Sam before you even touch a single penny, right? Listen, how many of us were born with a silver spoon in our mouth, right? Many times we had to figure it out on our own, right? And there was no one to hold our hand and guide us every step of the way, right? How depressing is it, right? When you see thousands of dollars going into groceries, into restaurants, into Amazon Prime, into Walmart, into memberships, into utilities, internet, phone, rent, mortgage, car payments, credit cards, right? Bank fees, insurance, cable TV, car gas, etc., right? And not being able to get any tax deductions on those expenses. Doesn't that suck? Now you have to choose between standard deduction and itemized deduction. They don't let you claim both. The standard deduction is just too small compared to the high cost of living. Now, the inflation right now it's hurting a lot of good, hardworking men and women. Now, what I want to do is I want to help you get your money back and stop overpaying for everything. You see, as a consumer, there are some ways you can save money and also gain some money. For example, there might be insurance costs you can cut out by increasing your deductible to $1,000 on your car insurance and your health insurance. Write that down. So if you have an old car, do you really need collision and comprehensive insurance? They won't even pay you the price you think your car is worth. So you might as well drop it. This could put an extra $300 per year in your pocket. You can give yourself a raise as well by requesting W-4 from your payroll department and adjusting how much you want them to withhold from your paycheck. All right? So instead of the government holding your money interest-free, why not keep that money to yourself and invest it into something? I mean, it could be an extra $300 per month. As a consumer, there's only so much you can save, right? And there are not many tax benefits available to consumers, but what if you had a hobby or a business, right? Remember, owning a business is the #1 tax strategy in the United States. So, listen, unfortunately, people are afraid of the word business. Instantly, they think it's some big corporation that requires a ton of money, and they can't imagine themselves owning a penny. The truth is, anyone can form a business, and it can cost as little as $100 to make it a real company in the eyes of the law. You see, you paint, right? You sing, you dance, you act, you drive, you coach, you sell on eBay, you walk dogs, you sell anything. Listen, just form a company. Don't be afraid. Be not afraid. It's the American dream, and it's going to save you a lot of money, right? And this is the ugly truth. Tax breaks are for the rich and their corporations. You see, businesses get all the tax benefits, not you. You ever wonder how someone can purchase a $30 million private jet with profits earned and pay zero in income taxes? Business tax deductions. America is one of those rare places in the world where you can form a company and it can just sit on a shelf and collect dust. In other countries, you have to pay yourself a minimum salary, minimum CEO or director's salary, set by the government. From the first day in business, though, because they want half of your paycheck, no matter what. That's in some countries. It really seems like in those countries, they want you out of business as quickly as possible. So this creates a financial burden and stress on the business owners, especially when the business is not making a profit. So it's a terrible system for startups, right? Someone I know actually founded a co-partner, right, company with some businesses in the EU. And so, of course, he's going to be speaking from experience. But here in the beautiful United States of America, we have many options and opportunities unlike any other country in the world. Anyone can form a company, and you don't need money. You don't need to pay yourself a salary if it's an LLC or even sole proprietorship. Also, there is no discrimination. Listen, a former inmate can start a landscaping business and make millions of dollars, and nobody will ever know because of the privacy shield that comes with the ownership of a corporation. You guys ever heard of Dave's Killer Bread? He's making millions of dollars off that bread, okay? You can walk out of jail today and go to the Secretary of State, form a corporation or an LLC for as little as $100. It doesn't need to make any money right now, or even have any employees, okay? It's time to do what the wealthy do. Wealthy people have thousands of corporations and LLCs. When Trump ran for office, he disclosed his financial information, and he had pages and pages listing all the names of his corporations and LLCs. Many don't make any money, but they have business checking accounts and business credit lines. They just sit there and age. Business age is very important in the business world. Most businesses fail within the first 12 months. So the older your company, the more the banks will love you and want to give you a lot of money. If you form an LLC and don't get any benefits within the next 12 months, you can sell that LLC for at least $1,500. There are people who would gladly pay you $1,500 for an aged LLC. Do just the first round of the top 4 recommended vendors inside of what I'm going to show you, and you can sell that business for $2,000 to $5,000 in 12 months. You didn't have a business idea? Now you do. You can make money flipping LLCs. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. An aged business is an asset that only goes up in value as it ages. Okay, the formation fee is an expense and 100% tax deductible. So if you live in the states where it costs less than $100 to incorporate, you could take the $100 from your monthly paycheck and form one LLC each month. So that could turn into $1,200 annual investment into $18,000 without doing anything with the LLC. Now imagine, if each of these 12 LLCs had a $20,000 credit line, there would be $240,000 for a down payment. Imagine if each of those 12 LLCs and each of them had $100,000 in credit line, that would be $1.2 million for the down payment. Do you want $18,000 cash, or do you want $1.2 million in credit? I'm going to show you how you can discover how to get those business credits up to $1 million and how to make money with it. So we're not getting credit to get into bad debt. Okay? We're getting credit to build wealth quickly. It's all about taking simple and smart steps to secure unsecured and unlimited funding so you can invest it into real estate. You'll also discover how you can find corporations with $50,000, $100,000, or even $1 million in credit lines and buy it for less than $10,000. Now, some of these owners are struggling, and you can be the one that comes in and buys them out very cheap. So let me tell you just a few of the benefits the people in our Congress enjoy every day. And you don't, because they have businesses. Now watch this. Lower your taxable income by $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. You see, when you have a business, you can buy and finance any car in your business name. You can lease a car in your business name. Everything you paid for that car is an expense, and it's 100% tax deduction. That means interest payments, fees, insurance, title fees, registration fees, all are considered business expenses and 100% tax deductible. This could lower your taxable income by 3 G's, 4 or 5 G's, depending on your interest payments and fees. No wonder people are buying cars in their business name. Okay, so depending on the type of vehicle you buy, you can even deduct up to 100% of the purchase price. You can get the standard mileage rate deduction of 58.5 cents per mile for the use of that car. Now, if you report 10,000 business miles, that'll actually lower your taxable income by $5,850. So if you were a rideshare driver, you know the benefits of 58.4 cents per mile tax deduction. You know that. Car maintenance and repairs, well, they're expenses as well, right? And 100% tax deductible as long as the vehicle is in your business name or used for business, right? See, when you become a part of the inner circle, right, you can know how to buy and finance a Tesla, get the deductions, and then make money off your Tesla. It'll actually pay itself off. You can know how to make the banks pay for your next vacation. Now, I want you to imagine how much more joyful your life would be if you could take your family to go visit mama, right? Or vacation anywhere in the world on the money you've been overpaying for, or the free money that banks will give you for using their money. You'll be able to go wherever you want. Hawaii, Paris, Egypt, the Maldives, Bora Bora, you can take your pick. Now imagine how much more you'd be able to do it if you started collecting free money on everything you spend. You could buy a brand new car when you get back. Get new computers, furniture, go to your favorite events by simply following the strategies that's outlined in this video. No other outcome is possible. You see, these strategies have been proven by over 1,000 men and women all across the USA to free up thousands of dollars per year. And when you implement them, you too will reap the benefits and you'll build that wealth quickly. You ever notice why some people, they don't use their debit cards? I had a friend lost over $4,000 by using his debit card, right? Data breach is a serious threat and it happens more often than you think. So when you have a business, you can deduct travel costs as an expense, including meals. But here is how you travel free. Are you ready? Don't use the debit cards, okay? The wealthy don't use debit cards because there's too much money in the bank and the risk is high. You read about it all the time, how someplace got hacked, right? And maybe you even received a letter notifying you of such a security breach, right? Man, if someone hacks your credit card, there's guaranteed protection. And you can even do chargebacks. But if someone hacks your checking account, good luck. Took my friend 6 or 7 months to get his money back, all right? And I don't think he got it all. You can get your check, you can get your cash and bonuses as well. So when you use personal and business credit cards to pay for groceries, mortgage, rent, utilities, phone, internet, etc., you'll accumulate points, right? Miles, cash rewards, and cash bonuses for using your credit cards. These points and miles, they add up quickly, don't they? When you use them, right, for everything, and you should be using them for everything. You can add and transfer these points and turn them into cash or even a free vacation. There are credit cards out there that offer things like 50,000 points. That's $500 cash. If you spend $3,000 in 90 days or 80,000 points, that's $800 cash. If you spend 5,000 in 90 days. If you buy everything with these cards, then spending 5,000 in 3 months, well, that's not hard to do, right? Then pay them all off before you get billed and collect your bonuses. Use the velocity banking method, right? Don't carry a balance if you don't want to. You want to use their money and never pay them interest or fees. So some cards have 25 days grace period, some 30 days. And if you're a business, you can get up to 2 months grace period, right? That's 2 months with no payments and no fees. You don't really want to use that 2 months grace period for groceries, but you want to use that for selling products like buying from Sam's Club online and selling on Amazon for profit or to flip a real estate deal. What it does is it gives you 2 months time to repay, all right? When you stick with me and you become part of the inner circle, you can follow that easy step-by-step formula of how to use your credit cards to pay your rent, your mortgage, utilities, internet, phone, etc., and even get up to 5% cash back. The business credit cards usually for much better rewards if you spend a certain amount of money within the 90 days. For example, the offer might be to spend $5,000 within 3 months and claim $100,000 bonus or 100,000 bonus miles or $1,000 cash. Now, there are many consumer cards that offer cash bonuses and bonus miles if you spend a certain amount of money. The only problem with that is that a consumer, that there are so many credit cards you can get per year until they start rejecting you, right? That's why we're going to have to teach you how to apply for many business credit cards and collect unlimited points and bonuses. You're going to know how to transfer cash from credit cards into your bank account without advance fees and collect 1.5% cash back, miles, and cash bonuses. You'll also discover how you can fly on private jets and get points and miles using business credit cards. You don't even need to have a business to get business credit, but you won't be able to write off any expenses or fees as a business expense. So there's a simple step-by-step guide on how to get to 1 million points/miles, the fastest way using only their money, and how to convert it into $10,000 cash or up to $12,000 in airfare/hotel value. Now, how hard is it to get there, right? For example, Wyndham Earners business card offers 45,000 bonus points when you spend $1,000 in 90 days. That's 45,000 bonus points in 6 nights free stay. 8 points for every $1 spent on gas. 5 points for every $1 on utilities. Their consumer card is 45,000 points if you spend $1,000 in 90 days. So if you get both cards and spend $2,000, you'll get 90,000 points. That's 12 nights free. It's beautiful. The simple fact is, businesses get all the goodies. They really do. You're going to have to discover this, right? When you join us, you're going to discover how as a business you can join certain memberships that offer deep discounts on everything from meals to partner flights and partner hotels, free complimentary upgrades, free complimentary yearly subscriptions to certain retailers or magazines, or just a bunch of free stuff. Businesses really do get all the good stuff. Remember, every membership fee or cost is a business expense and tax deductible, right? As a business, you can get the sales tax permit. It's free in many states. And you can shop wholesale like stores do. Super deep discounts. Oh, and no sales tax. Would you like 100% deduction on your rent or mortgage, right? You can lower your taxable income by over $10,000. That's when you have a business, right? You can deduct 100% of the rent payments as an expense. Instead of signing the rental agreement with your landlord as an individual, you can sign the corporate lease agreement in your business name. Now all that money you pay for the rent will be 100% tax deductible. If you own a property, you can sell it to your business. Your business can get a mortgage, and all the interest payments, fees, insurance, taxes, repairs, landscaping, etc. will be a business expense. Okay? You want to buy your home in your business name. Not only because it offers your deductions, but also it offers privacy to the individuals. It creates a privacy shield. It's going to be expensive and difficult to find you. Anyone can form an LLC, folks. Come on. And it's a simple legal form of business and the easiest way to operate. It offers limited liability protection and pass-through taxation for the owners. You can add your family members as partners, right? And when you're a part of our inner circle, you can read about the different business types and the best one. We'll also tell you exactly what type of business gets maximum funding. And also which businesses to avoid so you don't get automatic application rejection. Now, our question to you is this. Would you like to get an easy 6% annual return with zero risk and pocket an easy $1,000 this year? If you like the security of an FDIC insured checking account, but want your idle cash to work for you, I'd like to tell you about checking accounts that pay more than any CD or bond and won't charge you any fees. That's right. For example, Santander Business Checking Account. They'll pay you a $350 cash bonus for keeping $5,000 checking account balance for 90 days. Now that's a 7% return on your money in 3 months, right? And of course we got the promo code. So just let us know if you want that, all right? Another one is an offer by Chase Business Checking Account. That's $300 cash bonus for keeping $2,000 checking account balance for 60 days and completing 5 qualifying transactions. That's a debit card purchase, deposit, ACH, wire, bill pay within the 90 days of that enrollment. That's a 15% return on your money in 3 months. Do we have that link as well? Yes, we do. Okay. Now, after you collect your cash, you can close these accounts or use the relationship to get credit cards. Banks love relationships, and they're more open to giving credit cards to their customers than non-customers. Why? Because they know you. They know your address, your bank account number, and how much you got in it. You see, when you're part of this inner circle, right, you can find more details on how to get these high-paying cash bonuses on consumer and business checking accounts. Now, what we do is we also share with you how to make the cards with 1.5% cash back, 2% cash back, 5% cash back. And we make them work like high-yield checking accounts where you earn at least 6% annual return on your credit card balance. That's a way to fight inflation, folks, all right? So the bottom line is you guys need to use other people's money to buy real estate. All right, 100% funding for real estate deals. Get that down, write that down. Here's what a real estate investor will tell you. If you find a good deal, I'll lend you the money. Watch, every time. Sometimes people think they found a good deal, but an experienced investor, they'll know better. Listen, you remember that infomercial, real estate guy in Carlton Sheets? He's giving full access, totally free to his program. So, I mean, if you want it, hey, we got the link to that as well. And I highly recommend that you sign up and you dive into it. And you know what else? You know what else you can buy? You can use to buy real estate? Credit cards, right? Now listen, I used the lender for my first deal, my fix and flip, right? But you can use credit cards. You can use a line of credit, right? The lender it can be a private lender. And he said he'd lend the money if I just pay him $500 cash to inspect the property. That's what my friend was talking about. See, he took the money and didn't do anything. The guy was a total scammer. Unfortunately, are there scammers out there? Yes. And my friend, he got scammed, right? They may look legit and all that, but like I said, man, it's a risk. That's why you got to calculate the risk, folks. That's why there's a community, a velocity community, so you don't have to get hacked like that, right? So you don't have to think fast, right? So you don't have to worry about, man, what's the financing clause? What does clause mean? And you know what I mean? But in the end, my friend bought the house, fixed it up, just to get it to pass for financing, right? The property had to be in a certain condition to get it approved. A lot of you already know what I'm talking about, for a conventional loan. And then what he did was he refinanced it with Quicken Loans after 30 days of purchase. And then he got all his money out and paid off the credit cards. Now, do I recommend this now after I know what I know about them, right? Not with personal cards, but yes, with business credit cards. Why? Maxing out on all your personal credit cards will damage your credit score. But when you max out on your business cards, it will have no impact whatsoever on your personal credit scores. None. Matter of fact, what those lenders need to know is, are you going to make the payment each month? Business credit and personal credit are two different worlds, right? Not just for business credit, but I'm just going to show you for business credit. But also, we want to show you how to buy real estate with little or no money of your own. And of course, I'll give you access to the 100% financing private investors to fit real estate deals. They finance the purchase price and give you money to fix the property. You'll also get access to funding sources that'll give you verifiable loan approval letters to make purchase offers on any real estate deal. It's really great stuff, right? If you want to use credit cards to make the purchase, but use the approval letter to sign the contract. These lists are sold for $499, and you'll get access to these lists as a free bonus if you sign up for the Fast Credit Lines Inner Circle in the next 10 days. You're going to know how to get cash from credit cards without paying cash advance fees, how to use 0% interest business credit cards to buy income producing real estate, refinance it, get your cash back, and repeat. Or if you want to use the Money Max account and get even more money out of it, right? Equity acceleration. You all already know that real estate is my favorite thing, and I'll give you everything that you need to know, all right? So $100 million real estate ownership with less than $10,000 down. Is that even possible? Maybe you're lazy and don't want to buy properties because it seems like a lot of work to you. But you can partner with an experienced investor who purchases multi-million-dollar properties and do all the work, right? They do it. So you're going to get access to the revealed real estate firm with a real estate portfolio of over $1 billion. They do all the work, and all you have to do is just partner with them, sometimes with as little as $1,000. You just collect monthly passive income from the properties and 1x to 3x your investment, but the property sells in a couple years. It's ownership without the hassle. You can make your debt disappear from your credit report. Absolutely. Instantly boost your credit scores. Now, this is a great thing to do, to instantly boost your credit scores if you can't pay off your credit card debt right now, right? You could transfer your balance from your personal credit cards to your business credit cards. That's right. You can transfer 0% interest rate business cards. And when you do that, your personal credit scores will instantly get a boost. Why? Because now you have reduced your credit utilization rate. Now, this is how you improve your personal credit so you can use it as leverage to get unlimited funding. Now, inside the inner circle, we show you how to do that, right? Even if you don't have a business right now, you can get business credit without a business. You just kind of follow the simple step-by-step instructions outlined in our group. And you'll find out why most people get rejected. And how you can make sure that that's not you. You can kick inflation to the curb with a 10% return. Well, if you're concerned about the inflation rate, right now, here's one place where you can grow your money 10%. Currently, Series I savings bonds are paying 9.62%. That's better than bank CDs, money market, and any other money funds, right? I savings bonds are a combination of fixed rate and an inflation rate. That means if you get in now, you can be making a 9.62% annual rate on your bonds in the next 6 months. Now, the rate is adjusted twice a year, and the way things are going, that rate could keep going up well over 10%. So Series I savings bonds are government guaranteed, and you are protected. There are also no broker fees, right? You can buy directly from the U.S. Treasury. So if you want to learn more, we got that link down here below, and we just want to share that with you, all right? Listen, this is massive value, folks. If you get a hold of this stuff, you're going to come out on top, right? Just tell me and give me the testimony, right? We live off of that. Now, one of the great ways to pay off your debt fast is using the 0% balance transfer credit cards. Now, I don't know if you ever look closely into your credit card bill, but you'll see that interest is the biggest chunk of your minimum monthly payment. So instead of 80 or 90% of your payment going to the principal, it goes towards the interest. That's why you want to keep using those 0% balance transfer credit cards if you want to get out of debt fast. But there's a catch. You see, some 0% interest credit cards come with expensive balance transfer fees, up to 5%. That means you pay 5% up front. So is it really 0% interest? They add this to your balance. So before you receive your first bill, you're already in more debt. That's why it's very important to read the fine print. You see, the big print giveth, the small print taketh away. So these are 4 things you should require in a 0% interest balance transfer card. Number 1, annual fee is less than $100. 2.0% interest for at least 12 months. 3% to 3% balance transfer fee. Number 4, grace period 25 to 30 days. Period. So the perfect card is, of course, the 0% interest and 0% balance transfer fee, right? So what we'll do is we'll reveal a few of these credit cards. And there's one credit card that can be your in-between balance transfer card, and that's right, is the Capital One credit card. Capital One offers credit cards with high interest rates, but they have 0 balance transfer fees. So we can use such a card for balance transfer. Well, let's say you have a Bank of America credit card with a $4,900 balance with 23% interest rate on that balance, and they offer you a promo 0% interest on balance transfer for 18 months with 3% transfer fee. If you have a Capital One credit card, you can transfer that $4,900 to your Capital One credit card for a $0 fee. And after a few days, transfer that balance back to your Bank of America credit card that offers 0% interest for 18 months and 3% transfer fee. Now, you're going to save $1,000 plus. All your payments will now go toward principal. If you're not using 0% balance transfer offers, every time your offer expires, you are losing money. Bank of America does run these promos on existing credit cards. So sometimes when you pay off the card or transfer the balance to another bank, they'll offer you a new 0% interest on balance transfer promo for up to 18 months. Listen, folks, please don't be afraid of success. It's the invisible killer that murders undiscovered talents. You know, I'm thinking of a lady right now. You know, fear is a big motivating drive, but it can also be a hindrance. The fact is, many people fear success. They will not try something because deep down there's a deep fear of success. The fear of change that comes with success. You can give them a roadmap to success and they won't follow it because they fear the outcome. The fear of the outcome is bigger than the desire for a better life. They blame it on the bad programming, constant what ifs, negative self-image, negative self-talk. That's why inside our inner circle, you'll discover that you can take your sweet time. It's up to you how fast you want to go. The fact that the age of a company is more important to the banks than speed, it's going to work in your favor if you move slow. So here's the thing. If you knew where you're going, your goal, you'll get there no matter how slow you go. You will cross that finish line if you stay on the path and don't run off into the woods. This program I'm talking about, Fast Credit Lines, it walks you through round 1, round 2, round 3 in each round. Okay? And in each round, you'll gain more until you pass the finish line. It's carefully designed so you make it to that finish line even if you walk instead of run. Your business increases in value after each round. And you can sell it for profit or you can keep it for even more profit. Okay? My advice to you is to grow richer as you spend money on everyday stuff. Grow richer. Like you, I know how disappointing it can be seeing your actual paycheck, right? And how little of the money is left for you. And in the few minutes that we have left in this video, I want to show you a couple ways you can start keeping more of your money and even get free cash and free vacation. Right? How to cut your insurance costs, how to get deductions on your rent and mortgage, how to pay off debt quicker with 0% balance transfer, how to turn $100 into $1,500. And listen, I know that when you begin to use these strategies, your life would improve drastically. Just as it has for over 1,000 Americans inside the Fast Credit Lines inner circle, who we've been able to help and be a part of that strategy. So these strategies I've shared with you in this video are really just a tiny bit of what we share with our tribe inside the inner circle. What it'll do is will help you make sense of it all. Yes, sometimes starting a business can be confusing, right? But with over 20 years of experience, plus access to the support team, you'll be able to navigate through your first business setup and business credit applications like a pro, right? The best part is you don't have to learn anything. You just have to read and follow the simple step-by-step instructions inside the Fast Credit Lines Inner Circle portal. And I've heard it said like this: if you want to hide something from a fool, put it in a book. Don't let that be you. They'll take all the risk. No strings attached, no questions asked policy. And if you join now, you'll also receive a free bonus Fast Credit Lines ebook. And it's all yours to keep, even if you cancel the membership. That's valued at $199, right? So listen, there's all these advantages that you have. And there's all these things that you didn't know. But listen, if you miss this opportunity right now, you'll continue on the trajectory, right? Because your life is on a trajectory right now. And if you do nothing, nothing will change. You see, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. What I want to do is help you increase your money in your bank account and know how to save on taxes using a business, how to write off credit card interest, car payments, bank fees, meals, furniture, vacations, vehicles, equipment, etc. I want you to have money to invest in real estate and start building your own real estate portfolio. So you no longer have to worry about money in your future. You no longer have to have those fights with your partner. Right? You know exactly how to build wealth and how to keep growing it and show that to your loved ones and your community. You'll always have friends you can turn to and ask questions. My team and I are always available. So if you're ever confused about anything or you need help, just write to us, right? And I'll make sure that your most pressing concerns get addressed as quickly as possible. That's actually part of the special consideration you receive when you join the tribe, the Fast Credit Lines Inner Circle. So who knows what the next mother or father of whatever they're trying to bring up on us, right? Any endemic. But do you want to wait and find out? Listen, we live in a strange age. right? Where doctors are no longer relying on their own intuition, skills, and education, but they're relying on what the government decides. You have to prepare for the next thing. I want you to discover how to turn your hobby into a business and enjoy sweet brownie honey bun tax breaks, okay? Where and how to get that 70% off on equipment and supplies, how to write off cars, furniture, meals, vacations, and business expenses. Where businesses get freebies, 50% restaurant discounts, and more discounts, deep discounts. Matter of fact, did you know that you can shop at places like Restaurant Depot when you have a business? OMG. Listen, the more we talk about this, the more stuff I'm in awe of how customers are just getting messed up and stuck paying higher prices. Not only do you get all these tax breaks and write-offs, but the discounts to buy food and supplies in bulk and super duper cheap. Do you like shrimp? What about fish, duck, sea scallops, whole lamb? Huge discounts at places like Restaurant Depot, okay? Listen, you can buy the whole lamb and it's 3 times cheaper than in the store. But I'm telling you, you're totally missing out. There's so much to gain. Oh, and by the way, Restaurant Depot is free. Finally, what you'll get is you'll have a clear roadmap for success so you can live better and have a prosperous life. In fact, I'm so confident you'll be richer from following everything inside the Fast Credit Line inner circle that I'm willing to offer you. Listen, there's a personal, no risk, double guarantee. Double guarantee. Because we know how hard you've worked for your money, and we truly respect that. And I also know that when we help you keep more money and help you add more to your bank account and live better, we'll have you as a friend for life. So you can rest easy knowing that you're fully protected by this program's personal, no risk, double guarantee.